little bit of breathing room there. Where is the primary need for improvement right now when the margin for error is so thin?
Well, I think you saw that the other night against Minnesota. We've one of our calling cards, I believe, this year is getting off to a good start, having a good first period, getting the lead. And for the past seven games previous to Minnesota, we did not score the first goal of the game. And in my opinion, we were outplayed quite often in the first period. So, it's another cliche, but it's always good to be, get that first goal and be in the lead. I mean, we seem to play a lot better. We seem to be able to protect the lead a lot better when we have it. So, I'd like to see that as many nights as possible. So, just early in the year, that was what we were doing all the time on a regular basis. We were getting out there and having the first period, and that was making a big difference. So let's see if that trend holds true to tonight in Ottawa.
Preds general manager David Poile is here with us on 104.5 The Zone. Preds take on Ottawa tonight, 6 p.m. puck drop on Bally Sports is where you can catch the game. That wild game, David, looking at the way that John was tinkering with the lineup a little bit, putting Filip Tomasino in with Forsberg and Johansson. How did you like the way that looked and the way that line change, that lineup change played out?
I think that was a really good change. And obviously, young Tomasino got a goal and a couple of assists, and playing with the big dogs, as you say. He's most of the season been playing on the fourth line, playing on the second power play, and we've kind of been bringing him along slowly. But what we found here is that our scoring's been terrific this year. I think we're in the top 10 or 12 in the league, but the first line was really carrying us with Forsberg, either Duchesne and Granlund, and Duchesne. And John just thought with the two good centers that we have with Joey, just put Joey with Phil, put Granny with Duchesne, and let's see what we have. And that allowed Tomasino to get promoted, and I'm pretty sure that's the lines that we're going to see tonight. So young player. I mean, I really feel that maybe not full time this year, but in years to come, that's going to be Phil Tomasino's place on one of the top two lines. He's just a real good player, and he's one of those players that the puck seems to come to him all the time. And even when playing on the fourth line, he was getting lots of chances. So if you look at his minutes that he's played this year versus some other forwards, he's at least on a production basis, he's outperforming them. So I think it's a good sign for the future for us, for a young player like Tomasino. But right now he's in a prime position to see if he can continue scoring, because he's going to play, as I said earlier, probably with Forsberg and Johansson tonight, and many more production for him would be great right now at this time of year.
Well, and certainly those guys are operating at a high level. Ryan Johansson gets his first career hat trick the other night. Filip Forsberg and Matt Duchesne are playing out of their minds right now as far as the offensive efficiency is concerned. What can you say about the way that those three have stepped up over the course of this season? Duchesne in particular, given what the start has kind of been like for him throughout the first couple of years of his career in Nashville.
Well, obviously way more consistency. I mean, I kind of lump this into a lot of situations that, I think we all know I would think almost all of us, the last 2 years has been different with the COVID, and it's not always been perfect in terms of our team, full strength, travel, any other, a lot of other issues. But, the good news is I think John Hynes has done a great job, especially in the off season and training camp, and getting to know these guys better, to getting on the same page with them. And I think for the most part, everybody's playing to their potential this year. And as a general manager, that's all you can ask. I mean, we become a much younger team when you trade off players like Ryan Ellis and Arvidsson in the off season and just put in younger players. It's a big risk to step forward to hopefully take a couple of steps backwards, I should say, a couple of steps forward. And it's allowed guys like Tanner Jeannot to play a much bigger role, or Trent, and some of the younger defensemen like, say, Carrier or Fabro. So I do really think we're making progress, and the first big step of the recognition of that for everybody is to make the playoffs.
It's an exciting time of year, and we're certainly looking forward to it. It's always great when the Preds are in the mix, and once you get in the postseason in the NHL, it's one of the most fun postseasons in all of sports, as David well knows across many years of being a part of this, as any, just because as soon as you get in, you've got the opportunity to make a bit of a run out of it. Filip Forsberg, David, with the contract situation, I guess the easiest way to ask the question is, where are we now?
Well, I get that asked on a daily basis. I mean, we're continuing to talk, and as I just said, I think we want to be together, and like any negotiation, there's certain things that you have to agree on, and almost all the time it gets down to the amount. I'm going to make this really simple, and right now I think we've talked and we know what our differences are, and we just have to keep talking and hopefully get to a point where both sides will be happy. I can't predict anything right now, because Filip has certainly earned the right to sign with us or to go to free agency. But I think we're both in a good place, and I think Nashville and the Predators is as good a fit, if not better, than anywhere else for Phil. So we'll continue to talk, and hopefully we'll get this done sometime soon.
Preds GM David Poile is here with us on 104.5 The Zone. David, I just imagine people like stopping you in the hallway on your way to get coffee and be like, "Hey, Filip Forsberg, where are we now at this point?" Is that basically how things are going? Like at any point in your life when you're on your way to get gas, like I feel like this is happening frequently enough to you on a not even just an everyday basis.
Well, I'm looking at it as a good thing. That means we got a lot of people who care and interested, and believe in Phil and want him, and that's I do too. So if nobody was talking about it, I don't think that would be a good sign. So we'll keep working on it the best we can, and hopefully we'll get this done.
Preds and Senators tonight at 6 p.m. on the road. Bally Sports is where you can watch it. David, thanks so much for taking some time. I know you're busy right now, and we certainly appreciated the conversation. Continued health and success for the rest of the season, and we'll look forward to seeing how this thing plays out.
Thank you, Buck. Good talking to you, and hope to talk to you soon again. Thank you.
No doubt. That's David Poile, General Manager of the Nashville Predators.